Hi, Nikki. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. Yeah, very good after the bank holiday.
Well, there you go. Long weekend off, and then we're back into normal working week again, aren't we?
I know.
And do you know what, Nikki? It's great to be talking to you today because we've talked a lot recently, haven't we, about what I deal with in terms of recruitment and growing the business in terms of the teams. And one of the things that I'm getting asked the questions of by a number of different clients is how do they grow their businesses? Now, I can do HR, but it's always about passing it on to an expert that can advise them on that. So I guess what I wanted to just ask you about today is when it comes to raising investment for a business, I've got probably a client that's got a new idea, wants to start a business. I've got a client that wants to buy another business from somebody else. And I've also probably got, and I'm sure you have, a couple of clients here and there that want to raise money to grow their own businesses as quickly as they can. And then we have all the fun of that goes with HR. But I'd love to just hear your thoughts on how are you advising clients on the best ways to grow their business using those avenues?
Yeah, it's funny you say that actually, because I'm working with a guy at the minute and we're at this phase where he's been running 2 or 3 years now and has got to a point where he's a bottleneck because we need more people in the team. The technology was great when he was quite small, but now we need to invest in it to make it fit for purpose for growth. And he's thinking about spending more on marketing. So what we're doing is we're working through, the way I approach it is to think of it in 3 phases really. And we're working through each of those. So the first of those being the planning phase. So thinking about, what's the current business look like and where are the benefits in it, where are the challenges in it? And, being clear on what the goal for the investment is, because it's easy to kind of go out and think, yeah, I want some money. But, what are you going to do with it? And, what's the purpose of it? Is it to grow organically, as you say? Are you going to buy another business using it? Or are you doing it to get accelerated growth quickly to then maybe sell your business because you want to get your cash back out? So I think it's, thinking around why do you need it and what's happening within the business now? Thinking of skill set, for example, do you need more people? And what kind of people are they that you need to help grow? Where is your technology maybe not as effective or as efficient, or you could look at more automation, or what's your marketing doing at the moment and how are you spending your current money, and is that marketing actually effective to grow your business? So there's all of this in there, and I think that planning phase also has to, if it's an existing business, is thinking about your health of your finances. You've got to make sure your business is looking like a viable proposition for somebody to invest in or want to put money into it. So the financial health check's a really good thing to do in that planning phase, really.
Yeah. And you know what, as we all know with entrepreneurs, they've got the ideas and they want to put it into place as fast as possible. And of course, if I think about insights, the blue is the planning, the red is the energy to make it happen. And the planning is so important, isn't it? And I guess once you've advised your clients on that plan, that original kind of, what's going on right now, where do I want to get to? What's the next steps in terms of raising the money? How do you do that? And nice and sort of, easy to understand, because some people will love the detail of that. But how would you suggest that they do that?
Well, I think, there's lots of options out there for raising funds. And I think it's got to come back down to, what's right for you as a business. Think about how much you want or need to get from an investment point of view, because you want to be careful not to over raise or under raise in that kind of funding range, because you don't want to be going back kind of piecemeal, lots of different rounds of raising money. But it might be that you're going to do it in 2 tranches. So have a look at your business plan, think about what your targets are, what that pace and scale is that you're wanting to actually deliver for your business, and go from there. So, what first thing is, can you do it yourself? Can you bootstrap your own business by raising funds yourself, or looking at it, your current operation to be able to release cash? Are there costs that you can cut back on? Are there things that you can do more efficiently, which would free up money to actually spend more on marketing or recruit that extra head into your operations team? So, that's a good first point to think about. And then, think about, could I go and get a bank loan? Because, that's another way of doing it. But if you want larger funds of money, a thing to think about is are you ready to give up some control in your business? You know, like you've set up your business, you've grown it, and if you're going to go out and get venture capital as an investment option, you've got to be ready to give up equity, and that means some level of control of your business is going to go with that, because that person that is shareholder putting money in is going to want to have a say in what it's being spent on. So, and I think, you know, there's another blend of all of that, which is having a mix where you're looking to get cash but also expertise. So it could be that you're looking at a private investor to come in and help you, and with them comes their money but also their network of people and their knowledge. So I think it's just, you know, having that thought around why and who and how before you jump into that whole, right, I'm going to go and get it.
Yeah. I think, as you say, key to that on the skills you've got, whether it's from the shareholder or it's actually just from recruiting people, because it's so easy to be the bottleneck. It's so easy to try and do it all yourself. And then you realize there's only so many hours in the day. You can only spread yourself in so many directions. And actually, if you want to grow the business, you need to then go and find like-minded people and recruit them in to join your leadership team, and obviously make sure that they've got the same vision and values that you've got. Because you're going to be on a journey, and if you want to get some of that funding, you want to be able to grow quickly because you want to put that money to good use very quickly. Which it leads me beautifully on to my next question then. So when you've gone through that series of fundraising, whether it's through a bank or through venture capitalists or what other avenues, how do you know the best way to spend that money? Is that part of the planning again, or is there any tips that you would give about how the best way is to do that?
Yeah, definitely. I would say it's in your planning phase. So I would do this before you even go out and look for your investment. So think forward to like the day the money hits the bank. You know, it's going to be great. Crack open the champagne, brilliant. But you need to start spending it straight away, because if you've got a bank loan, you're going to be paying interest on it from straight away. And also, if you've taken it from an investor, that shareholder is going to want to know that there's results. So, you know, have a recruitment plan in place. Think about, you know, who is it that you want to come in? What's that skill set? What's that person spec? Have that mapped out so that you can engage somebody like yourself to go out and find, you know, your new team member straight off.
Yeah.
But you need to know your salary as well, because you want to factor that into how much you're raising. If you're bringing in 3 middle managers, that's going to be different to bringing in 3 junior staff members. So have a think about that. Technology wise, you know, if that's where you're going to spend the money, scope out a project plan for it, and actually go out and get some quotes around what you're wanting, whether it's a new system altogether, whether it's a specialist coming in to do some web development. You want to know how much you're going to spend on it, but you want that project plan in place so that cash comes in, you kick off that project straight off, because you're going to have a 6-month lead time for getting results off the back of it. So, you know, it's all about the return on investment. And likewise with marketing, if you're clear on where your results are coming in from your marketing activity, make sure you've got that marketing plan in place, those KPIs, they're ready to measure it, so that, you know, you're sticking some more money into your PPC, for example. Have you made sure that you're getting a return on it? Because sure enough, you're going to be having that board meeting with people asking you, you know, what have you done and how have you actually spent the money, and what's the return come from it? So there's a lot of prep, and I think maybe that's one thing people don't think about when they're thinking about raising. It's about going out and getting it. But if you've done the prep work, then you're going to succeed. You're going to get that improvement in your business delivery really quickly once you've got the cash in. And that's what it's all about, really. It's, you know, it's trying to grow and do whatever your objective is for your business, but getting there as quick as possible.
Yeah. And I love that. That's so very true. Fantastic. So if somebody's watching this and then thinks, I need to talk to Nicky about this, she gets what I'm thinking. How do they get hold of you?
And give me a call. My mobile is 07713 064 198, or on the website nickymacconsulting.co.uk, or the Sussex Collaborative website.
Fantastic. Oh, well, listen, I think there's loads of other things that we can talk about. We'll do that next time. But great to see you, Nicky. Thanks so much for sharing your thoughts.
Brilliant. Thanks, Ali. Cheers. Bye-bye.